Welcome to the RAPS Affidavit of Relationship AOR tutorial. In this video, you will learn how to complete the new AOR form DS7656. Before we begin, we will highlight some of the major additions and changes with the new form. An anchor can now file for multiple qualifying family members using one AOR. The anchor can indicate whether additional family members qualify as the spouse or child of the principal applicant or as members of the same economic unit, also referred to as add-ons. A passport quality photo is required for all qualifying family members. An anchor must be at least 18 years of age to file an AOR. The new AOR includes a 5-page instruction guide that explains the purpose of the AOR, the eligibility criteria for filing an AOR, who qualifies for refugee admission based on the AOR, where to submit completed AOR forms, additional information that must be provided, who will pay the cost of DNA, penalties for committing fraud, how the data collected on the AOR is used, and lastly, general instructions for completing the AOR. Now that we have seen the instruction guide, let's take a look at the form. The AOR is divided into 5 sections. Section 1 is information about the anchor. Section 2 is where information about the qualifying family member will be recorded. Earlier, I mentioned an anchor can file for multiple family members using one AOR form. To do this, an anchor would complete Section 2A for the next qualifying family member and Section 2B if there were an additional qualifying family member. Section 3 is information about family members not being filed for. Section 4 is for additional explanations regarding the AOR being filed. Anything out of the ordinary should be explained here. Section 5 is for signatures. Now that we've highlighted the significant changes and updates to the AOR, let's begin filling out the form. When completing the AOR form, start by entering the date that the anchor filed the AOR. Then enter the case file ID number, the name of the National Resettlement Agency, and the affiliate ID number. This information will be used to identify and track AORs throughout the process. Section 1 of the AOR is requesting information about the anchor. Tab through Section 1 of the form and enter the biographical information of the anchor, such as the name, date of birth, gender, marital status, city and country of birth in the appropriate fields. Then enter information regarding the anchor's current residence, contact information, and current immigration status. The anchor's country of processing and RSC case number are also useful. Let's move on to Section 2 of the AOR. Here, you must provide information about the qualifying family member seeking access to the USRAP, or the family member for whom the anchor has filed the AOR. This can include the anchor's parents, spouse, or unmarried children under the age of 21. Here is where the qualifying family member's name, date of birth, country of birth, nationality, marital status, and relationship to the anchor is recorded. A photo is required for each individual filed for on Section 2. To upload the photo, click the Browse button next to the Upload Photo column. The Select Recent Photo pop-up window will appear. Navigate to the location on your machine where you have stored the applicant's photos. Select the photo and click the Open button. The photo will appear in the Upload Photo column. In addition, you must also enter information regarding any means that will allow the Resettlement Support Center to contact the family members, such as their mailing address, any alternate addresses they may have, their cell phone numbers, and/or their email addresses. Here is where derivatives of the qualifying family member should be entered. Notice the column labeled Type. Here is where you indicate if the entry is for a derivative of the qualifying family member or a member of the same economic unit. Finally, the Comments section is where the anchor can provide any additional information on why members were included on the form. In Section 3, the form requests information regarding relatives who are not previously listed on the form. This includes relatives who are living, deceased, or missing, as well as those living in other locations. Section 3 is divided into 5 parts. Part A is for parents. Part B is for your adopted, step, or foster parents. Part C is for spouses. Part D, children. And Part E is for siblings that were not called for in previous sections. Enter all requested information based on the section you are completing. Ensure that all relationships are entered according to the list of relationship codes found in the instructions guide. Section 4 of the AOR allows you to explain all non-traditional relationships that may require further clarification. This includes all adopted, half, and step relatives. Please also list any aliases or other pertinent information individuals may have used. This section can also be used as a continuation page for any other section. Section 5 is the last section of the AOR. Before the AOR is signed, review the document with the anchor to ensure that all information provided is correct. Save a copy of the AOR in a PDF format. Forward the saved PDF copy to the national headquarters. Print the AOR and have the anchor sign the printed AOR form. Retain the printed and signed copy for your records. This concludes the AOR tutorial. If you have any questions regarding the material in this video, please refer questions to your resettlement agency headquarters.